Do you know the metaphor about the frog and the water? And what does it have to do with warships in the Caribbean? This is a concept from psychology. The idea is that if you throw a frog into boiling water, it will logically jump out and escape. But if you leave the frog in cold water and heat it up slowly, the frog won't feel the difference and will die once its environment boils. Clearly, an attack on Venezuelan territory or any Caribbean state would have provoked an international diplomatic and military reaction of rejection, and that is the frog's leap. However, the strategy has been different. Under the well-known pretext of combating drug trafficking, the United States has been gradually heating up the Caribbean. First, the amphibious group, then the Joint Task Force, and finally the Attack Force, a military deployment that began with 4,500 Marines, and 3 months later, it exceeds the 15,000. Also, since September and until now, one by one, the United States has carried out more than 20 extrajudicial executions, killing more than 80 people in the Caribbean. This week, days after joint exercises between Trinidad and Tobago's Army and the U.S. Marines, Tobago residents reported on social media that U.S. troops were staying in local hotels, along with the sighting of 4 military aircraft. What's more, they already have radars pointing south.
The Marines are here, they're training with our people, and that's what it was about. It's not a military force as such. They're not here on the ground. They're not about to launch any campaign against Venezuela.
This gradual increase in forces and attacks has built up their presence in the region so that it is not perceived as entirely foreign, but as a tolerable nuisance. According to the analyst, the real reason is not drug trafficking, but to threaten Venezuela and remain militarizing the Caribbean. That's when the water starts to boil. Several steps have been taken to reach the Caribbean, divided politically, justify their presence, and little by little stay. But why? Among the reasons are the Monroe Doctrine of 1823, second, to control the natural resources that the Caribbean promises, and third, to reduce the growing Chinese and Russian presence in the region, which maintains strategic ties with governments that are troublesome to the United States. The Trinidadian political opposition, the population, and certainly much of the Caribbean disagree with this military presence. And that is what is really important, not to act like the frog in this intentional warming of the Caribbean waters. Remember that on Extra News, we keep our eyes on the Caribbean. Follow us on all our social networks. We are at Extra News Mundo. Bye-bye.